Hello and welcome to the Global Stampin Video Hop. This month's theme is Fancy Fold, so I've already got a 6x6 card cut here in Berry Burst and I'm scoring it at 3 inches and then turning it around, and I'm going to cut down the middle, not across your score line but across the opposite side at 3 inches. This original inspiration is from a card that Amanda Fowler made called the Christmas Scotty Dog Double Easel Fun Fold card. So then we're going to score these two edges in here, and we're just going to fold one of the flaps down so it's easier to score to the centre of that piece. So scoring to the centre to create a V shape. And then you're going to fold this flap over, and then we're going to do the same with the other side. So scoring down that centre line. So now you should have these two flaps and then these two diagonals on either side, and these are going to be folded back on themselves, a bit like a shirt's collar. So fold along those creases and use your bone folder to help you. I don't know why that random paperclip was in the way. And then just again crease the half fold with your bone folder. And this is the basis of your card. It's such a cool, fun card to make. Let's carry on. So we need two pieces of 3x3 squares, and these are just going to sit on those triangular shapes on your card. Now I've kept things simple, and I've used some designer series paper, and I've cut these down to 2 5/8 by 2 5/8. And this is from the Bright and Beautiful designer series paper. Then for your base piece, I'm cutting 2 5/8 by 5 5/8 to fit along the base panel. So you can cut it smaller. So Amanda Fowler did cut it 1/4 of an inch smaller, but I've just decided to go for just an 1/8 off. Then using these gorgeous new decal dies, I'm using a couple of these circles. So counting up, from the centre, I'm taking out the 5th one, and then I actually come back for the 4th one, which nestles inside, because we're going to be using both of those today. Running it through the machine, and I'm going to cut out with some basic black cardstock. I didn't go right to the edge of my card here because I was using some scraps and I've got some score lines on it. So cutting 2 of those in total. And then I'm coming in with this really cool stamp set called Curved Occasions, and we're going to stamp the disco ball in the black memento ink. And then I'm stamping another one a bit more central, because when you do come to add the die on it, it does cut off some of the stars around the edge, but that doesn't matter. We do need 2 images anyway. So cut that out with the smaller decal die, and that's going to mount onto that black cardstock. And then I've gone ahead and cut out another piece of basic white with the smaller decal as well. Then coming in with the roller skates, which are on part of the Curved Occasions, and we're going to stamp 2 of these and go ahead and colour these in. So starting with my light smoky slate, I go along the inside tongue, just go around the edging of the main boot, and then come in to colour where the eyelets are. Then any metal bits that would be showing on the roller skate as well. And also the inside of the wheels. Next, coming in with the light basic grey, basic black even, and I'm just leaving myself a couple of white spaces diagonally from each other, and as you can see, this kind of creates a really cool shiny effect to the colouring in. And lemon lolly. So with all the colours that I'm going to use, I'm just going to colour a bit of the dark and then come in with the light. You don't actually have to be so specific with this. With the first trial I did, I just coloured in one colour and it looked absolutely fine. But if you want to be a bit more careful about your shading, you can do this. So here I come in with Berry Burst, and then this last colour, dark azure, and the Azure Afternoon, sorry, and then coming in with a lighter one as well. And then for the heel, we're coming in with Pretty Peacock. Again, just doing a bit of dark shading first and then adding the light afterwards. And as if by magic, I've done the other shoe as well. Fussy cut these out because there aren't any dies to go with it. And then you have your 2 roller skates are ready to rock and roll. Then bringing back this disco ball image, I'm coming in with the lighter and darker colours again. So we're going to blend these. We've got the lemon lolly first. And then I'm coming in with the light Pretty Peacock. And just going over the next section of the globe, I was going to call it, the disco ball. And don't worry if it overlaps. In fact, it looks a little bit better if you do overlap some of the colour. And the thicker edge is probably a bit easier to use to get that brush stroke effect. And this is going to be cut out, so it doesn't matter if you go over the edges of the lines. So coming in with the Azure Afternoon, and then lastly the Berry Burst. As you can see, I went over a bit the Azure Afternoon just to blend those colours. And we're going to fussy cut this circle out. I've done a bit of colour on the main picture underneath, and then using the dimensionals, we're going to stick the disco ball on top of that and then pop it into place onto the black mounted decal card. So put the roller skate at an angle, and then we're coming in with one with dimensions, so you've got that really cool fun dimension going on. Now, because I've used black, I wanted to incorporate it onto the paper, and as I was brushing the edges, I accidentally brushed a bit too much ink, so I kind of went with it and gave it more of a distressed look. This is now going to be stuck down onto those Berry Burst pieces, the 3x3s. The circles then go on top of those, and then our panels are ready to stick later. So giving that base panel the treatment in the black, and then sticking that onto the base of the card. I'm taking this sentiment from a different stamp set, Lasting Joy, and it just about squeezes onto that small die. You do lose a tiny bit of the wording, but I'm not too fussed because you can see most of it. And then I've cut another black circle as well. So in order to make this pop and look more cohesive with what I've already done, I go over the lettering in the lighter blends, each line being a different colour. So I did wonder whether the peacock would work, but it was fine. The lighter colour does work fine. And then finishing up with the lemon lolly. And again, sticking that onto that black circle. Chopping up my black dimensionals, because you can't see me do this bit, I'm off screen, but we're sticking dimensionals on the black sentiment, and that's really important for making your easel pop and stand up. So this goes in the centre. Make sure that the easel will work against it, because what is going to help keep those lovely images up in a bit. Centralise it, and then with the triangles folded, you want to apply some glue and then come in with your images. So I've kept that folded triangle, and then I'm just making sure this is lined up and stuck down nice and firmly, and that should match because it's the same size. So once again, we're going to, I'm just showing you the easel bit. And when it folds flat, obviously the image moves. So again, glue on the other side and lining up that image on top. So there you go, you can fold it flat or you can prop it up like an easel, like so. Obviously when you tip the card it is going to fall over. So here we go. Look at that. Isn't that so cool? I love it. So much fun. Like I said, you can fold it flat, but something's missing. We need some embellishments. So I brought in the new star embellishments. What are they called? Adhesive backed star trinkets. And then I'm using some other embellishments that I haven't got to hand and I can't remember the name. These are the 2023 to 25 in colour dots. There you go. And that's it from the side and the other side. And if you're wondering where you're going to stick your sentiment, then I'd advise maybe putting in something along the bottom here, sticking in an extra panel to do your writing. So there you go, there's today's fancy fold card. It was really fun making this. It was the first time I've done it, and I love the fact it folds down easily for the post, and it's just a nice twist on the easel card. So please do check out what everyone else has done along with the Global Video Hop to see what people have done under the theme of fun folds. Go and enjoy them. The list should be below. Thank you for watching. Take care. God bless. Don't forget to subscribe. Thank you.